So suppose that we got this situation. We have to integrate from 0 to pi, integration of dx by 1 plus 2 sine square x. So it is integration of trigonometric function, correct? And while doing integration of trigonometric function, you know that we have always taken help of tan x. And what we used to do, we used to take tan x as z, and then we used to differentiate things. So we will have dz by dx sec square x, correct? And then we used to proceed. So let's see we can do the same thing over here or not. So suppose that you got this question and you have converted question into tan. So you know that you will be taking z as 10x. But do you remember that I have told you guys you can take only that thing as z which is continuous in the given domain. Correct? Now what does that means? Try to understand. Do you remember the graph of 10x? So if you'll observe the graph of 10x, you will find that at 90 tan function is having problem. Correct or wrong? So suppose that I am trying to draw graph of 10x. So we will have this graph. Okay. And later we will have this graph. So don't you think that we are having problem at 90 degree? Correct or wrong? So if we are having problem at 90 degree, like function got breakdown na, in this part and in this part. Okay, so you from this room to this room, it is not continuous. It is not, you cannot draw the graph using like one stroke, है ना? So you cannot take z as 10x. Okay, so what we will do, you know that tan and cot are interconnected. So what we will do, this case we will convert our question into cot. Okay, so let's do that. So can I convert this question into cot? So to convert question into cot, we have to divide numerator and denominator by sine square x. So we will have cosec square x in the numerator, and the denominator will look like cosec square x plus 2 dx. Now convert the denominator. You know that you have to convert it into cot. So you have to convert denominators cosec into cot. So cosec square x, and you know that it is 1 plus cot. So 1 plus cot plus 2 will become 3 plus cot square x dx. Correct? Now what I will do, I will take z as cot x. And you know that cot x in the given room, it is continuous. With one stroke you can draw graph. Correct? Now let's proceed. So we will take z as cot x. So dz by dx will become what? Cosec square x. And you also know that the question is in C, so we will have extra minus. Okay. Now let's write down this question. So what we will do? We will be taking minus of dz by 3 plus z square. Now denominator, look at the denominator, it looks comfortable, correct na? Something square plus something square. Okay, so can I put root and then square? Okay, now be super slow. You know that if you'll imagine anything as z, it's in definite integration, the limit got changed if you'll assume anything as z. So suppose that lower limit is 0. So cot 0 is what? Cot at x equals to 0, cot becomes plus infinity. है ना? So this thing will become plus infinity. Now, you also know that at exactly pi, so at pi it will become minus infinity. Correct? So at this case you have to solve. You know that we are comfortable with least lower limit with greatest lower limit. So can we interchange the limit? Yes, we can. If we will interchange, the sign will change. Earlier if it is positive, it will become negative. If it is negative, it will become positive. So earlier it is negative, so it will become positive, and then we have minus infinity to plus infinity, dz by root over 3 square plus z square. Now be super slow. So it is without root in the denominator. So if it is without root in the denominator, like if it is with root, है ना? So we used to write as 1 by a, 1 by 2a, है ना? Do you remember that thing? So here it is without root, and if we are comfortable we will be writing 1 by a. If we are not comfortable we will be writing 1 by 2a. Correct? Now look at this. So it is a square plus b square. So a square plus x square. So we are comfortable in this case. So if you are comfortable, you will be writing 1 by a. So who is a? Root 3. And we are comfortable with whom? Tan. So it is tan inverse x by a. Correct? Plus, if you want to write integration constant, you can write, but if you apply the limit, it will vanish. So now let's substitute the upper limit and the lower limit. Correct? So we will be left with what? 1 by root 3, and then if you will put upper limit infinity, so tan inverse infinity is what? Tan inverse, do you know the graph of tan inverse? It was like this. So at infinity it is pi by 2, है ना? So pi by 2 minus at minus infinity it is minus pi by 2. So minus of minus pi by 2 becomes plus of pi by 2. Correct? So the answer will become what? Pi by, means pi by 2 plus pi by 2 will become pi. So pi by root 3. So this is the required answer for given question. I hope the idea is clear and you guys can handle similar situations. Okay.